Previously on Surviving Sliptopia.
I love the view from my window in the morning because there are a couple things that you might want to do, and this is something that I did. I created a double chest full of wooden half slabs. Oh, I love when I see multiple diamonds squirt out. Oh, so rewarding. That's gross, dude. What's up, the world? It's your friendly neighborhood Slipgator here, and I'm here in my test world, and I did some building. I honestly can't remember if I had talked about it. Yeah, we had talked about it. We're going to do the sugarcane thing. So, this is kind of what I come up with. It's kind of a monstrosity, I do realize that, but I think it's going to work out for us in the end. Let's go ahead and get some stuff done here. Just finishing it up and kind of chit-chat while we're doing it. But kind of what I wanted is something a little bit different than I'd seen before. I wanted to focus on it being, a lossless system, or as close to a lossless system as we can get. And, whoa, come on back. But I wanted it to be smart, and so I've done some things to try to make it as smart as we can, as far as, when I say smart, I mean like where the redstone is, how the redstone works, to make specifically with the redstone, to make it as easy as possible to reproduce. And so this is kind of what we've done, and so we'll take a second to just explain a couple of things, and then we'll kind of finish up the build, I think. But firstly, what I wanted to do is build something that, like I had said, the redstone is simple. So this is not hooked up. So you have I have a button on this side, and it comes over to this vertical redstone wiring that goes up to the second level. And then what I've done here is there are, I think, 16 is what we ended up with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And the reason that I did 16 is because the torch powers these two, and then the redstone will go out for 15 blocks. So what we have before the redstone signal ends, you can see here, I got no signal there. So I did 2 levels of it. And so we have 16, 32, and then 32 again, 64 total rows, and then each row will get us, or 64, pardon me, 64 total pistons, and they're double pistons, so 128 pistons. And so when these are grown, you will get, supposedly, 128 pieces of sugarcane per harvest. And like I said, I think it is a bit of a monstrosity, but I think it's kind of cool at the same time. I just like the way that it kind of turned out, and I'm kind of planning on, when I build it, you can encase this however you'd like. So it'll have the 4 cells, but you can fit it however you want. And the glowstone that you put in will help to, the sugarcane to grow, so you won't have a problem with that. So it doesn't really matter if it's totally encased. It'll still grow. You won't have any issues in that respect. But there are a couple things that I learned along the way that I wanted to impart to you, so that you wouldn't have the same problem when you were building yours. Whoa. So, one of the things was, let me finish this up real quick, but we'll talk about it. And one of the things that you want to be careful with when you're doing, glass makes more sense on the top. It doesn't matter because of the glowstone. I was going to say glass would let the sunlight in, but the glowstone's going to light it fine. You don't want you want as few edges as possible. Really is one of the things that you want to be careful of. So if you're going to put in glass, put in whole glass blocks. Don't put in panes of glass. Whatever, it'll be good. We'll do this. Oh my gosh, failing. So, yeah, whole panes of glass, not glass blocks. And I may do a build tutorial on this if you guys really want it. It is kind of the first time that I'm building it right now, so this isn't going to be a tutorial. And there are a couple of things that I didn't do correctly. Like, the top one is actually built the correct way. The bottom one, you can see that on this line there actually aren't pistons. So I'd have to, in order to make it truly 2 rows of 16, rebuild this end piece. So I won't do that here, but in the Sliptopia, I will actually build it so that it's 2 or 4 rows of 16. So let's go ahead and go in and fill her up. Make sure we have it full of sugarcane all the way to the top. Alright, we got that one. But down here, oh yeah, I gotta show you this. So I had tested it and I put panes in, and what happens is that the sugarcane pieces get caught on these edges. So if you put in full blocks, you won't have to worry about that. Because I thought about using glass panes, I thought about using fence, but you run into the same problem with the fence. So if you want to let natural light in, okay. If you do really want to let the natural light in, or you want to be able to see inside, just make sure you're using actual full blocks as much as you can, so that you don't have to worry about any of the pieces getting lost. So here you can see the only edge we really have is where the sugarcane itself is, and there, from what I understand and what I've seen, I don't know if there's any way to get around that. I mean, it's just the way it is. There's got to be that edge where the sugarcane grows. Alright, so we got those two all filled up. Alright. And let's go ahead and go up to the 4th cell, and we'll fill it up as well. Now there are a couple of things that I didn't really worry about that I see a lot of other builders worry about, and I just don't kind of understand why it's important. So, like for instance, some builders will make, you know, their water drop 7, and then they'll put a drop in so that the 1 water block will flow for the entire distance. I don't really see why that's important. Water's free. I mean, you can get it anywhere, so saving yourself a water block, it's not really super helpful. And I wanted to do it at the 16 pistons deep because of the redstone working the way that it does. So I just use 2 source blocks, a source block and then out 8, and then a source block and out 8. These drop down into this one main kind of area, and then you know, this all as well you're going to want to have walled off, and most likely to like right about here, and that's so that anything that comes out of the chute here doesn't get caught on any of these edges. You want all of this to be a straight drop down into your liquid, into your water that's flowing down there. So I think we got it all filled up. Let's go ahead and just give it a try and see what happens, even though it's not kind of, you know, completely complete. Now, as I'm doing that, as I'm saying that, I'm like, well, I want to get it completely complete now, don't I? All right, I've given up. So all you got to do is push your button. You can see we get a complete harvest. See, there's a piece that got caught. There's another piece that got caught. Let's take a look over here. Yeah, we got, looks like one or two per. Can't really see in there right now. Yeah, 1 or 2 per. So we might end up with a couple. I'd say maybe like 120 something. Let's go ahead and just put all this away and see how many of these come down. One of the other cool things that we're going to be able to do is once ice comes out, once we're able to silk touch ice in 3, I'm going to be able to see in there. We can place ice down in there, and that's going to speed up this harvest time by quite a bit, because you could say it takes a few seconds. So let's see how many of these we got. 64, that's it? What? It must have... Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. So 16, 32, 64, 128. Yeah, there should be 128. Perhaps for some reason, maybe because I'm in creative, it stacked the other stack on top. So we can't really say how many we get. You'll get around 128. But let's go ahead and head back over to the canvas in Sliptopia so we can see where it's going to go. God, what an ugly thing. So we're going to head over. I'll show you where it is that we're going to try to make this happen for us. The other thing that I wanted to do is get it a little bit closer to kind of a central area, because like I had said, I'm researching on how active chunks work. I'm actually having a really hard time finding any concrete information about how things like how active chunks work, and when you're growing something like sugarcane or a cow, or you want eggs to fall or slimes to spawn and do their thing. What the distance needs to be in order for that to happen for you. And really, I have to be careful because I want everything to be kind of working in and around the observation tower. So I don't know how it's going to work, and I'm having a little bit of trouble with it because of things like over here you can see, if we come over, let's take a look at how this is working. Let's see how many eggs we have. See, there's eggs here, so I don't kind of get 14. I haven't been in this area yet, so I don't kind of get when it is that I activate the chunk. If anybody knows about active chunks, let me know. Especially, like, I went to the wiki to take a look. I couldn't find anything. Like, well, I mean, I found some articles, but they all read contradictory. Different people have different opinions. And, you know, as far as active chunks go and how those things work, like cows growing sugarcane, growing wheat, growing and that, there really isn't, I don't believe, an opinion on it. There's, like, a way it works, and that's it. So, I'd really like to know what that is. But here's a stairway that I built down, and we're going to put it over in this area. And I think the way that I had it in the creative world will be backwards, or I say a mirror image of how I'll have it here. So you'll actually just walk up right to this area. This will be the entrance where that water came down. If you remember in the creative world, the water came down and everything was over on this side. And I'm kind of going to do that backwards. So it'll be fairly close. The water will come down here, and you'll collect right in this area, and everything will be on this side. So yeah, this is where we're going to do it. And I'm going to do everything out of sand, because it's going to be built over the desert part of the biome. So I'm going to use sandstone, and I have a good amount now, not a huge amount, but a good amount. I think it's going to involve quite a bit of sandstone, and so I think it's going to be, that's going to mean that we're going to need to spend some time over in the quarry blowing stuff up. So I thought maybe we'd end the episode over there. Let's grab, I have a little bit of TNT left. We'll head over and we'll have some fun with some explosions. Other than that, I can't really, not much else is going on. I've been getting a lot of great feedback from you guys. TNT? There it is, 30 as one of those. I don't have any room for it. Yeah, been getting a lot of great feedback from you guys. I really appreciate it. Every time you comment, you like things. You're telling other people about it. You know, that's the only way that we're going to get the channel to be any bigger. You guys are going to have to spread the word. And, yeah, you Sliptopians. The army of Sliptopia. What up, naughty cats? You guys, I can't believe you're here. But, yeah, it's you guys that really do it and help to make the channel grow. Going over to Deer Doc videos and saying that you want a channel spotlight done on this channel. You know, just telling people, your friends about it, linking it, liking it, so that it heads into your Twitter feeds and stuff like that. I try, I mean, I don't want to solicit it, or I'm not, I guess just what I'm saying is I just really appreciate it when you do that. So that's why sometimes I just give you a friendly reminder. It's not to try to make you like a video if you don't like it. It's just to try to get those things to, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm in peaceful, and I shouldn't be because I was in my test world, so I had it on peaceful. So we'll put it back to normal. I did find this, and I can't remember if I'd showed you guys. There is a humongous ravine here, and I might actually end up using it for something. so we kind of have to be a little bit careful as far as what we're blowing up and where. But let me head over here so we can take a look at what we should be blowing up. I also don't want to let the I don't want to let any of the water in, so I want to be a little bit careful of that. And you can see here we're down to solid stone, so we kind of don't want to blow up here. This looks kind of nice. Oh, it's sandstone. Well, we'll put one there, and then there looks good. There looks good. Yeah. So, TNT's like super fun. Ooh, a cave. Looks like I've been there because there's torches in it. It is my fave, pretty much, TNT. I probably should spend some time and flatten this all out, too. But, yeah, that's pretty cool. Where's some more crap we can blow up? Maybe over here would be a good spot? Let's take a look. Oh yeah, we gotta blow this up. Right here looks good. And let's see if we can get them to go off in a line. I don't know how close they have to be. Oh, I hope that a zombie comes. I really hope that a zombie comes and gets blown up. Let's see how, if they're that far away, if they'll light each other. Evidently not. That was fun. Yeah, so I think I'm going to spend some time heading out here. I should be, I'm not full yet, but doesn't take too much time to fill up on stuff. I am going to start building that monstrosity. And just in case I didn't mention it, and I actually don't think I did, you know, the whole reason why we're building the sugarcane farm, if you're just tuning in for the first time, is just because I want to have a ridiculously unbelievable supply of books before 1.3 comes out, when you're going to need leather in the bindings in order to make them. It's just a lot easier to spend some time now, build that sugarcane factory. It'll be a fun experiment, good learning experience, and then we'll have plenty of sugarcane, so we won't have to worry about the increased cost of books. I can't believe they make books cost more. That's kind of like a, you know, wouldn't you think that you'd endeavor to make books cost less? What if we put them 2 apart? Well then. Nice! Oh, good. Let the whole ocean in. Slip. It's exactly what I wanted to try to avoid, but I wasn't paying attention. I got too excited by the friggin' explosions. I like explosions. Where are you, zombie? Oh my god. I'm gonna find the zombie and kill it. Smells like he's down here, don't you think? Yep. Haha, missed. These are also super irritating. When they, caves are so small that you can get spawns in them. But, you kind of can't walk around inside of them. It's annoying, don't you think? Like in there. Get a spawn in there. Spider spawn or something like that. This is a nice little area. What do we got going down here? Huh? Nothing. Alright, so I think that's going to be it for today. We got some explosions, which are fun. In the words of Bam Margera, explosions. I like explosions. So that was cool, and you saw what we're going to be building. But, oh, am I full? Don't need that. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. And as always, if you'd like to, you can go ahead. You are allowed to go ahead and hit that like button. I do appreciate it very much when you do. Tell your friends, and I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. Yeah. Friggin' sand. Oh, we're free.